Welcome back to Father and Son Fix. In this video, we're going to show you 3 ways to fix a sagging couch. We bought this couch a couple years ago and already it's starting to sag. So we're going to fix it and we're going to show you how you can do it yourself and save some money along the way. As you can see, we've already removed the part of the couch that is sagging. So let's go take a look. Here's the bottom of the couch. Underneath, we've already removed the lining. And to do that, you're going to need to remove staples, most likely. The staples can be a challenge to get out. And what we're going to do here, we'll show you, we've already removed the lining. Now we're going to show you how to remove some of the fabric. We found the best way to remove these staples is with a set of pinchers. And you can get in there much easier on these little edges with the pinchers than even with a pair of needle nose pliers. So what you're going to do is you're going to get in there and you're going to slowly lift up one edge, then you're going to lift the other edge, slowly prying up so that it doesn't break. And don't worry, if it does break, you can still pull out a piece at a time. Okay? And then once you've got that out, then you can just lift it out. Okay, now that we've got the bottom cover off, let's take a look at the first way that you can fix a sagging couch, and that has to do with the springs that are going underneath the couch. As you can see, the springs run from one side to the other, and by using a pair of vice grip pliers, you can squeeze each separate part of the spring, and that's going to shorten it, which is going to help reduce the sag. So if your springs are stretched out, this is the first step you want to take to fix a sagging couch. And you're going to come right in here with a pair of vice grips. You got to be careful, and you're just going to squeeze together. There you go, that's one. And then work your way down the line, squeezing one after the other. And that will help shorten the spring and tighten it back up if you've got some sagging springs, and it'll save you money from having to get a new set of springs. One staple down, 135 to go. We'll be right back after we get the fabric off to show you the next step. Now that we've got the staples removed from around the couch, we can move on to the second way to fix a sagging couch, and that is to replace the foam. So here, as you can see, is the foam of the couch. To get to it though, we need to take the fabric off, and we've left a few of the staples in the corner here to help orient the fabric. We'll try and leave a couple of those in so that we don't have to redo all of them. And that will help when you want to put it back on. Now we've got the couch turned over so you can see what this looks like when you're taking the fabric and the batting off of the foam. And some of the batting may be adhered to the foam a little bit, and that's just from sitting for so long and the fibers getting stuck in the foam there. So you're just going to peel back and keep peeling back until you can get access to the piece of foam so that you can remove it completely. Okay, let's get a new piece of foam in there. All right, we got the new piece of foam in, and just want to show you a little bit about how you're going to need to work this back in there. You really want to push this foam back into that back corner and make sure this is pulled as tight as possible. That's why we kept that reference point, so you have something to pull against as you start to move your way from one side over to the other side. All right, let's get to it. Okay, fabric stretched all the way back out, and throughout this process you're going to want to keep smoothing it and reaching your hand underneath and smoothing out the batting as needed, and make sure that your edges, so we got this seam here, you want to get this seam right where your edge is going to be, and make sure that the seams are relative to each other on each side. Then we're going to flip it over, staple it all back together. Okay. Now we're coming to the stapling portion. Such a satisfying portion, putting it all back together. We got our staple gun here. The way this works is you have to make sure that it's set down correctly that'll turn off the safety and allow you to drive in that staple. So here we go. Oh gosh, love that. Boom. Okay, now you do want to go part way down one side and part way down the other, and you're going to want to flip it over so that you can check to make sure everything is smooth as you're going. All right, so we're going to keep going, then we'll show you when we're done. Okay, we've got all 135 staples back in. Actually, we used a few less. We didn't go too staple crazy. All the staples are back in, and for us, the new foam and shortening the springs a little bit was enough for us to feel that it was an upgrade, and we're not going to take this third step. However, we did want to show you what that would be, and that would be to get a piece of wood like this, and then what you're going to do is you're going to cut it to size, and you can see here the manufacturer already has a support for those springs right there, and what you would do with the wood is cut it to size and then put it right along equally spaced to provide some additional support. Now the thing about that is that you will sacrifice some of the effects of the spring by installing the wood support like that. So that's why we've chosen to forego it. However, if your springs are really sagging or your couch is built with a different type of support, reinforcing the bottom is going to be the next step. So first step, shorten the springs if you have them. Step 2, get new foam. That applies to almost all couches. And then step 3, if you need to, reinforce with supports underneath. Thanks for watching. We hope this makes it more comfortable for you to sit on your couch. Have a great day.